Welcome to Yakety Mac, guys. So I have recently stopped using traditional Plano style boxes for my tackle storage. Both the 3600 style and the 3700 style. They gone. And instead I have switched to this, the double tier satchel from Plano. I'm going to show you why I did it, how I did it, and I'm going to explain to you how it's made my life on the water more organized, thus much more enjoyable. Stick around. Now I do most of my fishing from a kayak, and the one thing that I never liked about the traditional Plano boxes was turning around and digging through them in the tackle storage crate behind me in the tank well. It seemed like no matter what, every time I wanted one, the one I wanted was on the bottom and I had to dig through to find it, and then they would fall over and I'd have to put them someplace. It just was kind of a hassle. And then the other thing I didn't like is that my storage crate was full of tackle. So I had nowhere to put the things that we also take fishing with us, things like our coffee cups, our water bottles, our depth finder, extra rod holders, extra pair of shoes like I took with me yesterday, or some gloves or hat or whatever it might be. All the other things, sunscreen, all the other things that we take with us, you got to have somewhere else to put that. And obviously the crate's out of the question because it's full of Plano boxes. And so I wanted a way to free up that space and still yet take all of my tackle with me. Now look, I know we all probably take too much, but it's just what we do. And so I was able to fit 12 Plano boxes into 3 of these satchels. I'll show you here on my kayak how I've got it arranged. It just so happens that my big rig has enough space to fit my 13 by 13 Yak Gear crate and these 3 satchel boxes. 12 Planos fit easily inside of these, and I've got them well organized too, so I know exactly which one I am grabbing at all times. This one here on the top tier's got all my recording and electronics gear, so when I'm out there filming on the water, I've got batteries, I've got cameras, I've got neck mounts, I've got everything that I need, my SD card, so I've got that on the top. And then underneath that is where I keep all of my terminal tackle for my traditional style rigs, my Texas rigs and my frogs and so forth. The second box here is where I keep all of my soft plastics. So one of my favorite lures in the world is flukes, so I've got that in that big bin there, and I've got my jigs and my trailers for that, some creature baits, and then on the bottom tier, that's where I've got more soft plastics. I've got toads, I've got worms, I've got swim baits, I've got all those things. I got a few chatter baits down in there as well. And so that is mostly my soft plastics. And then in this third one here, well, this is where I keep like my Z-Man over in that large compartment there. And then I've got some crankbaits and some topwater baits over here on the side. I don't use that kind of stuff very often. And then underneath that on the bottom tier, that's where I have all of my finesse style tackle and lures, my micro baits, if you will. So I've got the 3 different ones. I know exactly what bait's in what, and it's just a matter of reaching behind me, grabbing the one that I want and bringing it around front and getting what I need. These satchels are not expensive at all. I think I paid like $24 each for mine. And I think I've seen them on Amazon for like $30. Now, of course, they don't come with all the stickers on them and everything, but hey, that was just something I wanted to do. Kind of make it look like, the suitcases from back in the day, when people travel and they get the stickers all over them. I don't know. I just wanted to have a little fun and be creative with mine. And now I have plenty of room in my crate, as you can see here. I've got my 2 expandable rods sticking up there in the back. I've got my catch board in there. I've got a water bottle, my coffee cup. There's my depth finders in there, rod holders in there, a hat. I can't remember what all else I put in there. It's also where I'll put spent lures throughout the day. If I have to change out line or something, I got a big bundle of fishing line. I can put that in there so that when I get back to where I'm going, I just pick up the crate and then I can sort it out at the way home. Oh yeah, my latrine is in there as well. So there's plenty of room for all of that. And as you can see, I've still got space for more. So you can see here that by keeping the crate and the boxes behind me, that the front of the kayak is just so wide open. And I really like not having that stuff in my vision. I know it's back there and I know if I need it, and it's still organized. It's not like it's just thrown back there. Everything's got its spot, but it just makes me feel so much more relaxed when I'm on the water, having that open space, not a bunch of stuff up there in front of me, not stuff rolling around in the floor, me kicking it with my feet because it's coming out from underneath the seat. I try to keep my space as open and clean as possible. Another reason that I got these was for getting on and off the water quicker. So for the last several months, I've not been using a trailer for my kayak. I've been putting it in my truck bed, and I've been launching from there, and I have also been loading from there. And so when I am done fishing for the day and I get back to a ramp, the last thing I want to do is back my truck down, unload a whole bunch of stuff into it, and potentially get in the way of others who are trying to use the ramp. So what I do here is when I pull up onto the ramp, I grab 2 of those satchels and carry them back to the truck with me. When I unlock the truck, I throw them in the back seat. I bring the truck around, back it down the ramp. Now the only thing I have to do is one more satchel, and then my crate, which I started putting all my accessories into the crate on my way back to the ramp, and then my pedal unit. So I've got those 3 things to unload, and my paddle, I'm sorry, 4 things. I've got those 4 things to unload and throw into my truck, and then it's a matter of just lifting the kayak up on there and pulling it up onto the truck bed. So I am not wasting a bunch of time. In fact, I'm just about as quick as people with trailers. Now, I think these boxes would also be great if you're doing some bank fishing, or when I go out onto the bass raider, instead of taking a bunch of loose boxes with me that will slide around all over the place or that you have to try to carry or manage somehow, just pick up your suitcase and head on down to the bank, or throw it onto the bass raider, whatever it might be, and you've got what you need for the day. And guys, I sure do appreciate you watching this video and allowing me to share another one of my kind of hacks, as I'm always looking for ways to improve space, efficiency, and time when I'm on the water. I'm always looking for ways to make the experience better. Do me a favor, if you would, hit that like button, that thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Definitely leave me a comment and share this video if you are so inclined. And hey, if you saw those 2 rods I had in my crate back there, those expandable rods, I did a video review on those. They've been working out pretty well for me. I haven't caught a fish on them yet, which really kind of stinks, but they've been working out great. I've been using them. So check out this video right here, guys. This is where I did a review on this $30 expandable rod that I got from Amazon. I liked it so well that I went out and bought a second one. Appreciate your time once again, guys. And hey, look, no matter what you've got going on, I hope you will always take some time to get outside and play.